Hi Rosebuds, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new, my name is Rosemarie and thank you too. So today I'm going to be answering a few of you guys' questions about the NASM exam that I took. I did pass that exam in 7 days. Many of you are probably clicking over from that video. Give this video a thumbs up if you're clicking over from the how I passed my NASM certification in 7 days. Thumbs up. So a lot of you guys had questions. I'm gonna knock those questions out because y'all, I cannot be replying to those comments all day, okay? Question 1, do you already have a degree or background knowledge in biology or exercise science? Girl, no, I don't. I do not. In college, I majored in journalism, minored in history, so I honestly haven't taken any kind of biology, science-y type course since high school. Is NASM your first certification or do you have others? If more than NASM, which ones did you get the most benefit from? Yes, NASM is my first and only certification currently. I said I was going to start studying for my GFI, my group fitness instructor certification, like last week. I didn't start at all. Where do you find the webinars and do they cost money? Okay, yes, they do cost money because they're included in your self-study package. But let me show you exactly how to get to them. Did you go through the textbook chapters or solely get your information from the study guide webinars? I went through maybe the first 1 or 2 chapters months before I took the exam, but during that 7-day period, no, I only did the domains and the webinars. That was it. That's all I had time for, y'all. I didn't have time to go like sifting through the chapters, and time is money. Have you retained the info studying this way? As I said in the last video, I totally planned after my 7-day studying to go back and learn the things that I didn't really like learn just for being a trainer, just to be the best trainer that I could be. I did go back. I haven't done it recently and I haven't went back and like learned all that material. I'm not even gonna lie. Let me not flex. I got that certification and I ran. But while you're training clients, some things you're forced to go back and see because you didn't learn all that information the first time, so you have to go back, you have to look it up, and that's okay because let's be real, in other professions people do the same thing. Like doctors, they have to go consult their colleagues, they have to go read up on stuff, they have to, like, everybody does it. So I don't think anybody retains all the knowledge they've learned from any type of certification, schooling, XYZ. Could you please leave me a link to the book or program? Nah, fam, you gotta pay for that. We all had to cough up that change. How do you feel you retain all the information from studying one domain a day? I went through my study guide and I studied the study guide. I got a good gist of that. Then I went and I listened to the webinar. Not only did I listen to the webinar, but I also had the closed captions up while the webinar was playing, so I'm also kind of like reading it as well, just to kind of like get a little double whammy. So webinar, study guide, and then the next day, so like on day, if I did domain 1 one day, the following day, sorry y'all, I'm trying to remember. I don't have no notes or nothing, for real, okay? I'm only using my phone to read the questions, but the following day, what I would do if I did domain 1 that day, so on domain 2 day, I would do a review of domain 1. I would retake the quiz. Oh yeah, I did take the domain quizzes at the end of each of my study days. And I would go back, I would take another domain quiz just to make sure I kind of had everything. And if I didn't pass the domain quiz, okay, I wasn't ready to move on to the next domain yet. I studied until I could pass domain 1's quiz, then I would move to domain 2. But it always just so happened to be in that day-to-day period, because come on you guys, like once you're taking these quizzes enough, once you're listening to the webinars, look at the study guides, some stuff just starts adding up. Stuff starts clicking, stuff starts making sense. Trust me, this is not as hard as you may think. Okay, I think what he's saying is when you say know the overhead squat, do you mean specifics like assessments, like assessment like views, like overactive and underactive muscles observed in those checkpoints. That's exactly what I mean. No, all those overactive, underactive, my bad, overactive, underactive, all that. No, all of that when it comes to the overhead squat assessment. Although I've been taking the domain quizzes from the study guide and some of the answers to the questions aren't on the study guide, do you have any advice on what I should do about it? Okay, so as I said in my last videos, whatever isn't on the study guide should be in the webinar. And if it's not in the webinar, it should be in the study guide. And if it's not in either, I guess that's just one of the questions you're gonna miss. No, I'm kidding. If it's not in either, it's gonna be in your quiz. And when you go back over and look at your wrong answers in your quiz, boom, you got your right answer. Study that, remember that. It'll come back to you. And they don't switch the questions up like a lot. A lot of the questions are gonna be very similar. Even on your actual exam, questions will be like identical to some of the questions in your practice exams. Did you take the final exam online or at a testing place? I went to a testing center, I scheduled my exam, all of that. I had to bring my ID and my CPR AED certification. But how are the test questions, answers in comparison to the practice exams? Are they similar? Also, how is the test set up for the exam? Can you skip a question and easily go back later to answer the question? So first, how are the test questions answered? How are the test question answers in comparison to the practice exams? As I said in my last video, the final exam is very, very similar to the test, way more similar than the midterm exam, but that doesn't mean don't try the midterm exam as well, because you may see something from there. Are they similar? Yeah, as I said, yeah, the final exam is similar. How's the test set up? Everything is multiple choice in the exam, which is great, so there's no short answer. You're not gonna have to explain anything. All you gotta do is circle the right answer or click the right answer. That's all you gotta do, y'all, okay? Can you skip a question and easily go back later to answer the question? Yes, absolutely, you can do that. Do you purchase the guided study? Yes, I had the self-study, whichever the cheapest one was, that nobody helped me, no flashcards, no nothing. That's kind of excessive if you ask me, but that's what I had. That's all that you really need. If you want to do the extras, that's up to you, but that's a lot, child. What do you mean by domain? At the bottom of your online testing, you're gonna see where they have grouped your chapters into domains. And the chapters are not necessarily chronological, like it'll be chapter like 1, 2, and 9, and 15, but the chapters are talking about similar things, and they grouped all of that. The webinars you speak of, which course are they a part of? And also, is the exam multiple choice? Are there any written sections? The webinars are in the self-study one, as I just said. Okay, well, she doesn't know I said that. But yeah, the webinars are in the self-study. I don't know, they may be in the other ones. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be in the other ones, but they should be in all the more expensive ones. If I got the cheapest one and it got it, the more expensive ones should have it too, right? Yes, the exam is multiple choice. No, there are no written sections. Are you one of those people who memorizes things easily? Y'all, I wish, okay? I went through my little college struggles and high school struggles as well, but I also learned a thing or two about test taking. So that's why I'm here, helping you guys to better take this test who have forgotten their test taking skills. Maybe never learned test taking skills, which is totally cool. It's not like something you need for the rest of your life, I don't think, unless you are. I'm a rambler. I'm rambling. That's what I'm doing here. But yes, you guys, I'm gonna end this video here before I keep talking and chatting, and you know how that goes. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this helped a little bit. If you have any more questions, just drop them below. I will answer your questions, but keep in mind, I honestly haven't taken this exam in a few months, so everything isn't super fresh to me, but what I remember, I will help you with. If you have any personal training questions, anything, if you have video ideas, let me know in the comments, because I need ideas. I don't know what y'all want to know. I am a personal trainer in Los Angeles, California. Keep that in mind. So, you know, it's different here. It's different. If you have any questions about that, just let me know. But thank you, Rosebuds. Love you. Peace.